There is nothing quite like a sizzling hot plate of steak fajitas to transport you straight to the heart of Texas. And when it comes to making these mouth-watering fajitas, you can whip them up in no time. They are super simple. So if you're ready to spice up your dinner routine and indulge in a little southern comfort, get ready to fire up that skillet and let's get cooking. Join me in the kitchen today as I make steak fajitas, a quick and satisfying meal. Now, a couple weeks ago, I mentioned I'd made chicken and steak fajitas on our camping trip. Remember to Indian Springs in Flovilla, Georgia? And they were delicious, and they come together so quick. Now, I'll show you in a minute what I've been working on. In case you didn't notice my hands at the beginning of this video, I'll show you what I've been working on. So I needed a meal that would come together quickly. I'm going to start out by mixing up my marinade. Now, I just use these fajita seasoning packets, and I think they call for a 1/4 cup water and 2 tablespoons of oil, and I've got 2 packets here, so I mixed up 2 batches. And I just got that mixed together well and went over to get my steak ready to put in. Now, I'm using ribeye steak today. I had 2 of them, so I just cut them in half and then started cutting them in thin slivers across the grain. Tell me what kind of steak, what cut of steak y'all use to make fajitas. I know it's probably overkill to use ribeye, but I feel like I know that it will be tender if I use ribeye. Now, I've read where you use flank steak, but do y'all have any experience with that? Does it come out tender? Just let me know what you use to make beef fajitas. What cut of steak? I've cooked chicken fajitas like this before, just using chicken breast, and they were really good. But I foresee shrimp in my future. I think shrimp fajitas would be good too. We'll see. Now I'm going to grab my bag of marinade and put my steak strips in it. Now these need to stay in this marinade for a minimum of 30 minutes, but I've let them stay overnight before. You can't get too much flavor in your meat, I don't think. Now, guess what job I picked for 2024? That's right, repainting our wooden fence. This is going to be a big job. Now you know what was on my hands at the beginning of the video. I had scrubbed and scrubbed already. I guess you just have to wear it off. But it's going to look so good when it's done. Do you believe me when I say this is going to be a long process? I'm going to hop on the buggy and give you a perspective of just how much fence has to be done. And it just keeps going and going and going. And don't forget, you got to do front and back. But I started out painting by hand. Yes, I did, but I won't continue painting by hand. The guys will bring a generator home from the job site next week, and I'll get a paint gun and some help, and we'll get it knocked out. It's a lot of fence. Now, by this time, I was tired of painting for a while, and I knew I was getting hungry. So I come on to the house, and I started chopping up peppers and onions, and Frankie was in by this time. So he grabbed the bag of steak, and he went ahead and got the blacktop ready, and we started throwing it on the blacktop, because it only takes it a minute to cook. While this is cooking, I'll tell you what we used in our fajitas today. We had ribeye steaks, the fajita seasoning, salt, pepper, onions, bell peppers. I had a little box of mushrooms I needed to cook, so they're in there. Oil and water. I used some Badia Complete seasoning. Salsa and sour cream is really all I put on mine as far as a topping. We used a little flour tortillas, shredded cheese. That's all we had today. That's what I like. I don't like them too spicy. If I'm gonna spice it up, it'll be with my salsa. But of course you can put guacamole, lime juice, cilantro, salsa verde, black beans, rice, sauteed corn, tomatoes, lettuce. You can just go wild with it. But I like mine pretty plain, and I like it with salsa and sour cream. Serve your homemade steak fajitas warm and sizzling, ready to be savored by your family and friends. These homemade steak fajitas are versatile, and they're perfect for a cozy family dinner or a casual gathering with loved ones. Get ready to experience the sizzle, aroma, and vibrant flavors of Tex-Mex cuisine right in your own kitchen. And I'll talk to y'all later.